was happening last session? A little recap. You all made your way to the Melandriel's Marvelous Madhouse, got your fortunes read through Harrow card reading from Turlon, disguising themselves as Fenar, or going under that monicum at least. Got some interesting results, things to ponder and think about. And then Vita went to bed. John and Felix went and saw a little bit of the show, saw the tail end of an acrobatics event, saw some some strongmen throwing around some weight, had some beast masters do some tricks with a tiger and a bear, very fun. John then went to bed, and Felix was looking for things that could be interesting and saw that one of the young acrobats was kind of behind a tent trying to talk to a person in a very monochrome colored, bright pink cloak. And it seems like that he was selling some pink Alkasan crystals, or now you know they're named Talcris crystals, and seem to be selling. And another thing about this weird pink cloaked figure is he looked incredibly handsome, like weirdly just young, chiseled. He's a looker for sure. And Felix then followed him all the way back. He entered his home apartment, you'd imagine, in the outer ring. And then Felix headed back. Some discussions were had. Turlon went and talked to the young acrobat, and apparently he said that, there's some, these crystals being sold around in the underbelly, but I've never had it, even though we know that's a lie.
Liar.
You all went to the inn at night. I think you all were tired, just, did a lot that evening. Y'all went to bed. John had a dream about fishing up a wrestling belt that seemed to have the funnel symbol on it, or at least something with a funnel symbol on it. So maybe good omens there. And you all woke up, discussed maybe confronting this pink-robed person, but not before Felix got a message from the High Priestess at the Druids of Juton saying that his mentor, Tredovic, was unresponsive, unable to be reached via a spending spell, which is typically not a good sign. And then Vita, the stone in your eye kind of got hurt, started hurting to the point where you took it out and it kind of broke into 3 pieces in your hand, and so it is not within your eye anymore. But it's around 9 a.m. Things on the docket for today, just to remind, is there is a meeting for the Purple People, the Banished Revenants, at noon today, and that is on the south side of the city. So it takes a while to get around places, but you could definitely go to the Pink Road Man if you wanted to, or you could do other things. So what would the Storm Hunters like to do?
I think we had also discussed, just for everyone's situation awareness, the idea of also going back to the school today to try to get more information, because they're like, come back if you really care.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think probably the Purple People is more time sensitive. But I think we can do both, probably.
Would it be insensitive for non-banished people to sit in on this meeting?
I have to go with my character of what I said last time, even though I don't care. Vita said that we have to go beat up the pink guy and take his crystals. So that's
also on the docket.
Because I said that, so
I'll say
we'll put that on the list.
I'll say
Don't
for
worry,
the
we got
Purple
that.
People. For the Purple People, the vibe seemed like it would be okay if you were there, but
it's just not my
you're not
place,
entirely sure. It is
Sorry,
entirely up to you if you would like to be at the Purple People visit.
could paint you guys purple.
Dylan, the way you said we need to beat this guy up makes me feel like I'm a mom checking my grocery list, and then in Vita's handwriting it says, "Beat that guy up." It's like, who could have wrote that? Who wrote for me to go get a
That's
puppy
kinda
at the
what it
grocery
was.
store?
Huh.
What the
I'm
fuck?
just putting the idea
Who
out
would
there.
say-
I don't.
Who would say that?
Yeah.
Suspiciously Vita-like handwriting.
Mhm. Just
I
putting it out there.
kinda, in character, don't want to go to the purple people meeting. I kind
You
of
don't
think
have to.
someone
I
should
do.
go with Vita, but like
I
I'm a
wanna-
little,
I want to
I
go
could
because
with
there's
him.
so much
Oh.
life and whimsy in this world, and I wish to experience all of it.
Good
I
reason.
feel honor bound as a druid to
Mm.
something. I don't know.
whimsy bound.
Okay, well I have to go, so
Whimsy maxing. I should be
Do we
put to
know
death.
It
what
would
was
be
the
important for you
time
to
of
go.
that you said? Like 3 p.m. you said?
It's noon for the purple people. It is 3 to
Noon.
5 is when Sylvie is open for the public. You could try and go there when it's not, but it does take a while to get around the city, so you only maybe have
Yeah.
like a little bit of time to do something before you actually have to start heading to the purple people. But you could
Let's
split
try to
up.
meet at Sylvie's at 3:30. I will go with Vita to the meeting.
Okay.
You guys can do whatever you want.
Charlotte and Turtlehound, what would you all like to do?
Well, I am probably going to translate another sentence.
Absolutely.
yup.
Good point.
Hit the tattoo, I mean.
Yup.
I'm
Yup.
going to edit the message. If you scroll up a little bit, I pinned it.
Tanku. Is it pinned in general or lore?
It's in notes.
Or leads? Sorry. Notes.
Many a channel.
Many such channels.
Many such channels.
There we go.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sit in my room all day and play Tactile with myself.
Say, play Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I have been playing. Very good.
Dude, oh my god, I just ripped myself away from that to come here. So good.
What a good soul taking himself away from such a great thing to play with
Wrong.
us.
The next sentence is, this led to the creation of realms, spaces in the infinite domain.
That sucks,
Wait a
dog.
minute.
That's not a word you want to hear. That's not
More of an
those are not
important
words.
sentence.
Can't be good.
Those are not words you want to see on
Surely
your
our
ancient
level 20
magic tablet.
Surely our level 20 battle will be in the infinite domain.
Something to think about. Maybe you're already in the infinite domain. Who knows?
Something.
Much to think
something
about, he
like
says.
Things to think about. But yes,
We've been to
Consider-
another realm before, right? We've been to Gorkir's realm.
you have
right?
been to Garkill's realm. No.
Talking about the infinite creation.
There's the Fey
Talking about the
realm.
multiverse.
There are
I see the
various
shit
realms.
lit up. What does this mean?
You
Very
had to-
curious to
you
talk.
had- You had to be there. You had to be there.
Curious
Yeah.
to talk.
You had to be there.
Alright.
You had to
So,
be
Right,
in
actually.
Wisconsin.
are y'all going
Yeah,
to
H
pink
works in Wisconsin.
pink guy? Are y'all going to pink guy or
That's very
skipping that?
chud.
Pink guy can be beaten up at any time during the day.
True.
You gotta get
It
a time
is-
sensitive.
Yeah,
It
frankly,
is-
beating
it
up
is on
pink
the
guy
way.
is low priority for me.
It is on the way. So
We
things that could happen.
I think we should wait until we have more. Wait, that's my vote.
I mean, we can
Wait,
just
I
do
like
the
to beat
meeting
people
real
up.
quick.
I like to beat people up with an open schedule. We don't currently have that.
Yeah, we'll just do it by vibes.
This
Yeah.
poor fucking
We
guy.
can do it in the evening. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get him at some point.
He's gonna clown on us.
Your days are
It's
fucking numbered,
crazy.
pal. Your days are numbered.
Freaking what are y'all? Are level
Wise
8,
guys.
right? Yeah,
Well-
4 level 8 characters. Beat up random.
Hey, man.
Uh,
Knocked on his door.
if there's time, I'd like to kind of go check out the funnel venue.
Yeah, you absolutely could.
Go,
Would
but
you want to do
Finally.
that during the purple meeting?
I'm not gonna be there at the purple meeting, nah. So
You could
yeah,
do
I'll probably do that in the morning while everything else is going on.
while we're commuting.
that. And where would you like to go, Turlon?
Context is out LaFleur. Oh, thank you.
Instead of going to purple. I think you
I
already said
think
it.
if I
Maybe you
have-
didn't say it.
A good.
There are plenty of places. Could go back to the carnival. There are There's a temple. You've learned that there are temples to every deity in Temple Square. But
I think I'm going to
tons of
start by
places.
doing my classic newspaper hunt
Mm.
for Watatian information, and I'm going to, in Out of World, ponder about if I have any interesting interactions to have with Carnival. Also, you'd
Sounds
be
good.
surprised if you search Soyjack pointing at his own shirt. Most of it are shirts of him doing it. So it's like that on a shirt. Like,
That's
are
cool.
most of the images.
Ah.
Shirt Jack, do it again. Do it again.
Let us start with
Say
the
the
purple
word, Shirt
people visit for our day, and you all are meeting up at Sylvie's at 3:30, right? That was the plan.
Steven,
So-
whenever you say purple people, it feels
Yep.
like so racially loaded for a group that doesn't exist. Like,
Okay,
this is
the
a
ba-
new...
The perps, the damn perps.
Yeah.
What do you want us to be?
Even saying
I
that's kind
I
of
don't know,
crazy,
that
man.
sounds pretty bad.
hold
When these
on.
people are all made up in our head, and I'm feeling bad.
The
about
banished
that.
revenants. Banished revenants.
No,
is
if
the
purple
name.
people's funny, and you can continue to say it, because again, they're not real, but...
Steven, I give you.
White
can
guy
say
says you
purple
can say
people.
slurs
Oh,
to the
yeah, give
purple
me the
people.
pass.
Unreal.
Give me the pass for purple people.
I literally
the
got a
P
pass,
pass.
Kevin.
You get the
Alright.
P pass.
I literally have purple friends. Alright.
Literally.
Alright, let's drag you all there. John, I will drag you to the funnel just to get people places.
Oh, wait, I
Where's-
Fucking dragging you to the
the
funnel.
We're taking you to
funnel
the
arena 20.
Let me go! Let me go!
I want to
And
live.
Tarlon, undecided currently, but we'll stay there by the. So we will go to the purple people meeting place, which again
Yeah.
is at the Podsy
Peter
Center
can say that, I can't.
in Soylison. And do you want to get there early? Do you kind of dibble-dabble and go around this kind of sub-area in the city
What do you
and
think,
be there
Felix?
right
I
at
don't really
noon?
care.
It starts at noon.
Well-
That's all you know.
I was about to say something, but I realized Felix has never been to a meeting before, so I was like, I don't know. I guess we should get there early for good seats.
All right.
Suck to have to sit at the front, right? That's
Yeah, let's sit in the back.
however they have it set up. I don't know.
Sit in the back. We'll see how they're set up. Let me change
It's
the
gonna be a
music.
circle.
It's going to be a circle.
We need if it's a circle, this is me saying it. We need a very neutral position within the circle.
The neutral position.
Me on one end, you on the opposite side.
That's the exact opposite of what I was thinking of, but that's okay.
Neutral. So you can just look at each other the whole time. All right, so I'll say that you all go in once again. It's on like the 3rd floor. You all go in once again, and it is you enter the room as before. It was kind of like a classroom-looking room, and so you open up the door, and you see there are 4 people currently within the room. About 15 minutes early, there are 4 people within the room. And it's odd for you, Vita, honestly, because you've seen people that are, that kind of have this affliction, this curse, however you want to view it. It is odd to see 4 people all with the, same skin tone as you. I mean, you have, throughout all of your travels, you've asked me at least several times whether there are any people that look like you around, and you've met some a couple of times, but now within this room, it has doubled the amount of people that you've seen. You see Lapola, who you had spoken to before. She's like an older gnomish woman, seems to be kind of the leader, is there every day to make sure people know to come which day the meetings are held. It's every 10 days. You see, and of course she has purplish toned skin. Then you see a dragonborn man, which you had only seen a handful. It seems like a pretty most rare ancestry, just in general in Sumia, but you have seen them around. But this one has purple scales, and kind of had this really deep purple underskin underneath the scales. So you can really only see like the fingers and like the tip of the face, which is very fascinating. And then you see this middle-aged man there once again with this purplish skin. And then you see an older elvish man. He looks old for a elf, so you can only imagine that he is very old.
Bro is ancient.
Bro is ancient. Certainly,
Thank you.
maybe 100,000 days old or more. You all enter. You're about 15 minutes early, and I'll say that Lapolo looks over, and she looks delighted. She says, "Oh, Vida, I didn't. I'm glad that you could make it. I know that you came by yesterday, and I was just telling some of our early arrivals that we maybe have a newcomer." And she kind of gestures over to the Dragonborn man. Hota just joined us in our last session. I was telling you a little bit about him earlier, but come in, take a seat. She kind of looks at you, Felix, and she says, we do have some seats on the side if you would like to join us, but I just ask that you be respectful of our meeting, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to jump in, but, this meeting is just really for us that have been banished before.
Hey, as long as Felix is with me, you can treat him like one of us. All right?
He has the pass.
She nods her head. She says, "Well, that is very great that we have someone who is accepting and treats you just like any other. There are those out there that would love
I love my purple sun.
that would love to insult and judge those who have been banished, but it's good to be that you are joining us." And she kind of gestures for you all to sit. Right now, the people are kind of spread out around the circle. And I'll say that you do see around the seats, there's a good 20 seats in a circle. And then there's kind of just 10 extra seats. Again, these were, when you originally walked in here, it kind of looked like a classroom setup, these wooden chairs and these wooden tables. The tables have all kind of been moved out of the way, and it's just the chairs in a circle. But there's a good 20 spots open, so you could definitely find a place just in the open. And Felix, if you want to sit on the side, you may.
Yeah, I'll be right outside the circle, behind and to the right or left of Vita.
Sounds good. I will say that you are before the meeting officially starts, more people begin to walk in. You see a young elvish woman, you see another gnome, you see a rat folk enter, which is very interesting. It's the skin underneath, once again, kind of like the Dragonborn. The skin underneath has this darkish purplish tone, whereas the hair itself, is naturally this kind of light purple. It's very interesting to see because, if you've seen purple, kind of hair before, it almost is distinctly dyed in most cases, but this one is very almost naturally grown. It seems like it's from the root, and there is no evidence that it was made this way. It just is this way. But you see, as it kind of gets towards the beginning of the meeting, small talk is had just about the weather and, various small things, but we can get to the gist of most of the conversations, even if it quote-unquote would have happened during small talk, once the meeting actually officially starts. And by that time, there are about 15 people that have entered the space. Lapola had said that they currently have a little bit more than 24 people currently part of the banished revenants, but not everybody comes every time. So it seems like 15 people. Kind of noon hits, Lapola closes the door, and she sits down, she claps her hands, and she says, "Well, everyone, let's get started with this meeting. I would like everyone to say hi to Vida here," and she kind of gestures over, and everybody kind of says, "Hi, Vida," and like waves their hand. And
Alright.
she says, Vita is new and will be joining for this meeting and hopefully for future meetings. If you plan on staying in Kihasi, please, Vita, if you would like, anyone who is new, we normally ask just a couple of the basic questions to, see where you're at, and if you're willing to share, we would love for you to answer them, if that's okay.
Sure.
She
Why
smiles.
not?
She says, "Great. First, we know that you are Vita. First question is, it's a very nice name. Where did you come up with it? Were you given it when you returned from where you were banished?"
Well, I mean, how many people in this room have heard of us? Some of you may have heard
I'm like, not right now, man.
of
not
our
right
legend. I'm scoping the room. The Storm Hunters.
Hey, I was like, hey, not right now, man. Not right now.
Well, I said it.
As soon as you say it, Vita, I'd say about 3/4 of the room, kind of their eyes kind of go up, and they like look to you, and they look to Felix, and a couple of them like nod their heads, and one of them, the older elvish man, or no, the middle-aged human man that you see, he says, "Oh, I heard about that. One of them was folks like us. I didn't know that was you. Well, that's fantastic. You stopped the storm, right? That's what I heard. That's the rumor going around."
Yeah. What's wrong, Felix? What?
Nothing. I just think I don't think we should be focused on canvassing right now. But that's just me.
Okay. I don't really know what that means.
You see, Lepole just says, "Well, that's great. That's what you're doing. So you are some sort of adventuring group?"
I feel like we are the adventuring group. Are there any others? Right? There's no others.
No, there are a couple others.
Okay, all right. I didn't know that.
That's okay.
So we're the best one.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can imagine if you stop the storm, that is quite a feat within itself. And I remember when you came last time, there were some others. If they're doing other things, do you all plan on staying in Kihasi? Is there things to do here, or off to more adventures further on?
I'll glance at Felix before I speak.
I so desperately want to know what Vita thinks is the right thing to say here. Like, I just kind of want to let him do whatever he wants. So, I'll be like, you're speaking. The floor is yours.
Okay, I guess I'm good then. We're here to find and kill Gatch. That's just the whole thing. So, just straight up, if any of you are followers of Gatch, you have to tell me. And if you know anything about Gatch, we might kill you.
Not kill. Not gonna kill you.
Everyone kind of shakes their head and they say, and Lepole says, "You mean like that weird wolf person that's like in the northern?" Yeah.
The boogeyman, yeah.
You're going to kill him? Well, I don't think anybody would complain about that. And then I'll say that the old elvish man says, "Yeah, I heard that he was behind all those attacks, all those wolves that attacked a while back. I think he was behind it. So if you kill him, maybe there won't be as much wolves that are attacking as much."
Yeah. Dragon too. Can you believe that? Green dragon.
Oh,
Can you believe that?
I will like whisper like he's George W. Bush, like, "Hey, not the dragon. Not the dragon. They don't need to know about the dragon."
Well, I said it.
They all kind of start whispering, and they say, "Oh, well, it's good that you're taking out the catch then. If he's turning dragons into evil creatures, that wouldn't be good for, well, anyone in the Tilgi Forest, I'd imagine, or I guess in Sumia for that matter." but we're
What we do.
that's great to hear that you've found a job for yourself and that you're getting under your way. I know for some of us it's been a little difficult getting under our feet, but I mean, you getting a place to do things and a group to do things with is fantastic news. One second, I lost my place now. She says, do you have a last name at all? Most of us don't here, but just curious.
No, but I don't think anyone in my group has a last name either, anyway, so I don't think it's ever been something I've thought about.
You shake your head, Felix.
Yeah.
She
I'm
kind of
just being like, no.
she
I'm not gonna say anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just
kind of nods her head and she says, oh, well, yes, a lot of us, when you come back from a certain place and you or come back from that place and you get reintegrated into society, you realize that it's not really that necessary to get a last name. I mean, it's being part of a family, and most of us, unfortunately, don't get to be part of a family because we don't remember what our past lives are like. But
that sucks.
And she kind of looks and she says, do you know about when you were brought back? How many days ago?
What was it, Felix? Like a month ago? 30? What?
60 days ago.
like
60?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
Probably about the same as the rest of you guys.
She kind of chuckles to herself, and there's a couple of chuckles throughout the crowd, and she says, no, I'd say that you are probably the most recent person to come back. She kind of glances around. She says,
I've been here for years, bro.
She says, a good amount of us were brought back in the last era, and she kind of gestures over to the old elvish man, even before that. But I think, is there anyone who's close to that? And you see that Hoda, who's been very quiet and kind of just been looking down at the center of the group, like not looking at anybody the whole time, he kind of raises his hand. He says, oh, I was like 100 days ago or something. And you see a young elvish woman say, yeah, and I was like 200 days ago, but it was only, like, I was only gone for like 25 hours, but it felt like an eternity while I was there. So I'm still a little bit upset about it. So, like, yeah, sure, it was only 200 days ago, but like, it sucked. It sucked. And a whole bunch of people kind of like nod their heads at that. And she says, speaking of, do you know who brought you back?
Yeah, the dark one, right? Anybody else?
The group kind of goes silent. You see like a bunch of people start to look towards Hoda. And you see Hoda visibly kind of swallows.
Dark one buddies.
And Lapola says, oh, well then, the only other person here is Hoda. He did not want to speak on it last time about the Dark One. Just said that name, and the Hoda says, yeah, I'd like to let Vita talk about his experience with him first, but I'm willing to share now. I think I'm ready to.
No,
you guys share. That's insane that you just keep that from everybody.
Vita, you should go first. You should go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
As a show of good faith.
Well, you're about to see why I said you should go, because I don't know anything about him.
Strong start.
Or her. And it's a possibility that they may be a large bug creature. And that's all I got. I think that's all I know.
The whole group is kind of the whole group is kind of looking between you and Hoda is kind of looks at you and says, "You don't remember him, what he looked like, and interacting with him?"
No, unfortunately not. Honestly, it's been such a busy 60 days. I'm honestly forgetting how I even know his name was the Dark One, but it's pretty much irrelevant to me. Like, you could have told me any name, I just would have said, that's who brought me back.
Lapola kind of, there's like a good 5 seconds of silence, and then Lapola says, well, it's just for context, Vita, most of us here were brought back by someone on Sumia. They performed some ritual. It's a very long ritual to bring someone back who's been banished. And it was just only recently that Hoda joined, 10 days ago, and said that he was brought back by a Dark One who was within that banished space. And she kind of looks to Hoda and says, yeah, I was there, walking around like we all were doing, and I turned around and suddenly, I saw, I guess it was the Dark One. It was this, you all were there, you remember how black the sky was, just void of nothing, but this thing was somehow even blacker than that. It was massive. It looked like it was crawling. I had to look up at it. It was maybe as big as a mountain. It was terrifying, and it was, he kind of shakes his head, and when he moved, it reflected almost like these different colors off of it, like it was black oil, reflecting light, and it was terrifying.
Oh.
I just looked, it was silent. I didn't hear him approach, or hear it, him, he, her, I don't know. I didn't hear it approach, and it started speaking to me, but it didn't speak out loud. It would change my own thoughts to tell me what it was saying, even though I never heard it speak. I could feel it within my head. And, you can see that Hoda's hands are shaking a little bit now. And, you see the person next to them kind of put their hand on Hoda, and Hoda takes a breath. It asked if I wanted to leave, and of course I wanted to leave. I said yes out loud, and it said that to look out for more people. He would be sending more people back, and to look out for them. And then and he kind of puts his hand to his chest, his clawed hand, and
Well, here I am.
He starts to rub it. Do you say that?
Yeah. You're looking out for more people.
Say, yes, I guess you are. And have you met anyone else?
Yeah, there's this guy, Vines. But our other group member, John, attacked him and scared him away. So I had to. It was this whole process, but
it was also in a way, so he's not also ever been close to us here.
Yeah, yep. And I tricked him into thinking that the Ultra Priest was the Dark One, I think, or something like that, and then I left him there for safekeeping, and so he should still be locked in that tower or something.
Wait a minute, hold on. Alex does not remember.
I did that by myself when the other three were
That was
busy.
during. That was during Vines.
I'm actively. I'm looking at Vita what the fuck are you talking about? Would never heard this before.
Everyone else is looking very much the same way right now at you, Vita. Everyone is confused. You're just saying words that they just do not know.
Vita's making money moves and y'all are doubting.
Yep. Stay down.
There's a good few seconds of confusion, and Lapola says, well, it's good to know that there are others, and this Dark One seems like, maybe a terrifying sight, but it is good that, it is sending back people, because all of us, she kind of looks around the group, no one deserves that fate. We can all agree here that even the worst enemies should not go to that place. It's monotonous and terrifying and empty, and
Yes.
I can still remember my time there, and it seems like a lifetime ago, and it's just an entire space of emptiness. I don't know how long I was there. I don't know who was there. I only remember just key small little elements. But it is good to know that there is something in that space that is sending people back. And it sent you back, even though, she kind of looks at you, Vita, even though you don't remember it. Is that the case?
Yep.
Like,
No, I don't remember it.
Do you remember
No.
anything of your time there?
No, I just there's the bug guy that I already mentioned, but that's about it. Exactly as you described.
The bug guy was the bug guy there the first time? I say as Felix. The bug guy was the second.
Yeah, I had a couple dreams about it. The bug guy was the most recent one, and I talked to him. And in the other dream, though, I was just kind of there with nothing happening.
Apollo says, so you remember this bug guy from a dream, but you don't remember him, like, just if you recalled it right now. Do you remember anything
no memories
of there?
No, that's why I was hoping to meet with this guy, like Hoda maybe, to tell me what maybe the Dark One wanted, or if I should be doing something different, because it's a little kind of redundant, I think, just to send me all the way here and then not have me remember anything that you told me.
Where did you wake up? Or no, Hoda says this. Hoda says, well, where did you wake up? I woke up just in the middle of the Tilgi Forest.
Yeah, that's where I woke up, around there, somewhere. Little house.
You woke up in a house?
Yeah, I woke up in a house, which then I left the house. It's coming back to me now. I left the house and the house disappeared. And I was in some small little village in this forest. Tilgi Forest.
The young elvish woman kind of looks at you and says, well, it's good, and it's nice that you woke up in a house. I don't think anybody else here, I don't think we woke up in a house. Like, I woke up just in the top of a tree, actually. It was honestly kind of terrifying.
How is that relevant to what I just asked about the Dark One?
Vita.
She says, oh, I'm still very upset about this whole predicament. I wasn't even supposed to be banished. I don't remember it, but everyone around me, when they brought me back, they were telling me that it was just an accident, that I just ended up there. They tried to bring me back as fast as possible. It takes 24 hours to do this ritual, and I was back in 25 hours. But then, she kind of looks around, not to be insulting, but I get the same amount of time that you all do. Like, I must have been there hundreds and hundreds of days, is what it felt like. And maybe you all,
Yeah, but why does that matter? Why do you... We all
'cause
did
it
that.
sucked.
No one else is saying it.
You're
Vita,
right.
sometimes people process the same problem differently.
You're right. Other people,
Whatever. I'm sorry.
we all went through the same experience.
Job.
Do you all remember everything from beforehand? I'm the outlier here. I thought I was
No.
going to come in here and be the leader of all the purple people.
Vita,
Representative.
So, I'm sorry, Vita, why would you think that?
I don't know. I feel like we're already kind of doing a lot of big things.
Okay.
They know us. They know me.
A couple of them do.
About 3/4 of them do.
I don't think that's true. I think like a fourth. Three of the I think like what, 3 of the 15 recognize us? It's like less than 4.
Like a
Either
bunch
way.
of people, Lapola says, "Well, we did recognize the name of, the Storm Hunters. A good amount of us. We were, talking about it before you arrived, but it's not something that we didn't know you personally, Vita. Everyone here has had the same, or has had just as much of a, interesting and individual experience to this, and that's kind of why we're here. We want
All
to
right.
talk about our individual experiences and see how it
Sure.
differs for everybody.
Every banishment is personalized.
No, there are
There
no,
it is.
Say that in game.
there's no leaders here. None of us are leaders. And we are all just trying to make sense of what has happened to us. And it is interesting, Vita, that you don't remember your time there. And you woke up, like Hoda, you woke up alone, which is somewhat frightening. It's not a good experience. All of us, even if we all were there, we had to, at least were brought up back by someone, by a group of people in some cases. So I, sympathize with the fact that you had to come back alone and have had to learn the world. It's not fun. It's not fun. And everyone in the group kind of nods at that, having remembered coming back.
Somehow it seems like you guys are having a worse time because you remember everything than I'm having. So I'll just say I'm here for all of you, okay? I'm here for all of you. That's it.
And
I give him a
Well,
thumbs
I'm not coming back to this place though. We're leaving also.
The kind of nod along to that, but the middle-aged man says, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you say that, Vita. It is good to know that we're all in this together, and maybe we've had it worse because we remember it, but to be honest with you, and I think everyone would admit it here, we don't really remember it. It was such a monotonous time. What is there to remember? There is only time. I mean, from the dreams that you've had, you just remember being there. Yes, you don't remember every single minute and every single detail. No. I mean, even, like you've said, the past 60 days for you have been, whizzing by, and things happened, and our lives are full here. Imagine how, little we remember with the time that was then. And we only remember the real key points. And you see the older elvish man says, yeah, I only remember the key points. I remember there was this huge snake thing. I didn't like it. Big, you were talking about bug people? I'm talking about snake people. It was this huge snake. It was flying in the sky. I didn't like it.
Whoa. Okay.
We need to talk to Grandpa.
What'd you do about that?
Oh, I ran. It didn't see me. Even though it was covered in eyes all along its body. But it didn't see me. I ran away.
Steven, does this sound like anything that exists in legend or perhaps lore?
Do not give Felix a lore check right now. Don't do it.
This is...
You know what's for me, man.
Make a occultism check for me.
Oh my god, Gramps is about to be exposed. No.
He's lying? That'd be insane.
That'd be so funny. He's like...
Out him at an Alcohol Anonymous meeting.
Bad!
You're not sure if what he's saying. He seems to be convinced that he saw it. And this whole experience seems such like a weird, crazy thing. Like, to be in this banished place. So, who the fuck knows what's there? But Grandpa seems to only, come in every once in a while. He seems to, not be fully there. He only picks up on certain words and comes in on it. But He kind of says that, and then I'll say, well, Vita, do you know, one of my final questions before we can just continue on with our meeting and discussing various things for you is, do you know who you were in your past life? Do you know how you got banished?
I was Zell Greydrass, explorer, adventurer. There was some sort of man around. There was a Titan. Yes, a Titan. And
Yeah.
some sort of orb. Touch the orb. What? It's not really.
Never mind. Go ahead.
I touched the orb. I got sent to the A place, which we will not say what it is. And then the dark. I met the bug one at some point. I must have met the dark one at some point. Sent me to Sulan. Sent me to the little village. I joined the Storm Hunters. I saved the forest.
I'll say the middle-aged man says, Sulan? You mean like the goddess or someone else?
Someone else.
Someone else.
So
Priest
was
of
it
hers that was so devoted that they took up her name.
Yeah, I didn't really know the difference. My bad.
It was a new discovery for him.
So Sulan, you know, you saw this place in the cabin and Sulan took care of you? Is that what I'm getting?
Yes. Yes, she gave me my name, my hat, and sent me on my merry way.
Huh? So she named you Vita?
Yes.
That's a nice name.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, do you know when this was? You know your
Is this the
name.
old
Do you just remember it? This is the middle-aged man.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't. Or do I? No, I do. I forget when it was, but I do know. I know it. I learned it in the archives.
Yeah, I'll say part of his question is he's
24
like,
years ago or something.
it's a little bit longer than that.
Oh, look at that cat.
Cat.
Kitty cat.
George.
Oh, I have it. Why am I scrolling to the chat? 1 second.
Pluto.
Oh, dude, has all the lore.
Fuck, stupid.
Under Vita reads about Zell Greydrass.
It's so stupid.
You.
What?
And shit posting on the floor sent Jesse Pinkman.
That's a good one. That made me. I had to mute myself because I was laughing at that.
I'll say that
I'm here to sell you crystals.
I'll say that you know that you were born. This is what you know. You don't know when you went missing, but you know you were born on day 17,133 of the last era.
I'll relay that.
They all
Hold on, and there was also something about that date when we learned it. That was a while ago, right?
Yeah, that was like 75 years ago.
Yeah.
They all kind of raise their eyebrows a little bit, and they say, "Oh, so a very long time then."
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
So
say
they
that,
say.
and I'll say that the middle-aged man says, "Well, it's a good thing that you don't remember most of your time there. You may have spent more time there than most of us."
I think I probably did. Just based on how you guys are.
I will say that is there anything that you would like to ask? Because I'll say that this meeting goes on for about an hour, where there is general conversation about people having similar dreams to you, describing various entities that they saw there, what they
there's
think where they think they were. all
There's nothing
these
we can
things.
get about Gatch, right? I mentioned him. Nobody said anything. No useful
No.
information in general.
Mm-mm.
They're gatchless.
Nothing more about the Dark One. Does he remember anything? Why did he send us?
I'll say
I want to
it'll-
pay attention to whatever the old man's saying.
I'll say that Hoda, at some point during the rest of the conversation, the Dark One is brought up again, and he says, "Oh, and I mean, I guess for more information," he kind of starts to rub his chest. He says, I mean, when he sent me on my way, I felt this incredibly sharp pain within my chest, and I had to close my eyes, and it felt like an eternity, but maybe it was just a second. And then I opened them, and well, I was within the Tilgi Forest, and I was freed. And I'll say that as he's kind of describing this, Vita, the only way I can describe it is if you've ever like seen a TV show and they show like someone like cut someone's throat and you can like feel it.
Mhm.
I don't know if that happens for other people, but like
Yeah.
you can
I know what you
almost
mean.
like feel it in your own body when someone else is describing or saying it. It's like that. Like he's describing this like heart pain, and just for a brief moment you can almost feel it within your heart.
Oh. Okay.
So
Well.
I'll say that's the Dark One. The only thing, like he'll repeat again, that the only thing the Dark One said as soon as he turned around and saw it was, "Do you want to leave?" Again, changing his thoughts to think this. Do you want to leave and to wait for more? There will be more coming.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you right now, the Ultra Priest said that the Dark One sounds like really bad news. So if I were you, I would just ignore anyone else that says they were sent by the Dark One unless it's me.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Vita on a one-man mission to say
All
as
right.
many bad things as possible.
What was that last thing you said? What was the last thing Vita said?
Like that he's doing the
Wasn't very
diplomacy
good.
check for?
Yeah, sorry, I
Just that
said that wrong.
he said the Ultra Priest said that the Dark One is a very bad dude, and so if anyone said, just to ignore, if anyone else says that they were sent by the Dark One, unless it's
Yes.
Vita.
Ignore all the
Vita-
other Dark One people.
Vita gets Hoda kicked out of the group.
Cool.
I'll say that Hoda, kind of nods his head along, like doesn't respond to you, but just kind of nods.
Okay. And then, oh yeah, sorry that happened to you, by the way. And then anyway, this old guy, I can tell Felix has been kind of leaning forward when this old guy talks about shit he's seen. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll kind of be
I'll
like,
lock in.
I don't know what to ask this guy. There's gotta be, you gotta talk to him. I don't really know anything he's saying. Probably useful though, he's really old and he was banished. And he remembers all of it.
I'll just say he kind of like pipes up during the whole conversation every once in a while. He says that he's like, I think where we were, I don't think we were where. I think if I just kept walking, and I wish I did this. Looking back, I should have done this. But if I just kept walking, I would have found like Sumia. That's what I think. If I just kept walking one direction, I
Okay.
kept turning around and going in circles, and I'm sure I just stayed in the same place the whole time. If I just kept walking forward, I would have gotten out of it. And everybody kind of just nods their head, kind of like, sure, Grandpa, a little bit, and then the conversation moves on.
Why is... Okay, this is such a dumb question. Can I tell, based on how he delivers that, if he's just like, I'm crazy, and that's why I believe what I believe, or if he's like, there's like real conviction there, you know what I mean?
Give me that perception check.
Dude, you already know. It hurts. It hurts so bad to be alive.
It's still a good perception. I'll say that he
Not
it
for level
seems-
8, man.
Yeah, true, but this is also just an old guy. So it seems like he is. It doesn't seem like he's crazy. Like he's not like spewing crazy stuff. It's just he's not part of the conversation. And then he jumps in with his experience and then jumps back out. And so it seems like he really truly does believe what he's saying. And he doesn't say it like the voices told me or whatever. Like it doesn't seem like in a crazy way. It just seems like
Well, I meant
he wants to jump in.
like I meant like, does it seem like he's saying any? Wait, never mind. I gotta roll the 4. I meant more like, is it seem like he's speaking based on like a fact that he learned, or he's just like,
oh no, it's conjecture.
Vibes?
Oh,
I'm
man.
sure.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
I know
conjecture.
in my heart.
It's
Okay,
his
cool.
theories. I mean, it seems like the things that he talks about seeing, he did see, but you know, in terms of his theories, it's just his theories.
I don't know what to ask this guy. Okay, let me confer with Felix real quick. While
Sidebar,
other
yeah.
people are talking,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
do you think it's pertinent to ask this guy about the tall crystals? Nobody else can hear me right now. He's just
Mhm.
so old, and he's been banished and come back and he remembers all of it. I feel like he's got to know like something about all the things we're wondering about.
I think
And
we
I'm looking
gotta
through
ask.
my leads notebook, and a lot of these
I'm
things
glad
have
you
to
kept
do
one of
with
those,
the
like I
crystals.
suggested. Sorry. I think we should ask him after the meeting.
Okay, let's do that.
Maybe like catch him on the way out.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll do that then.
I'll say that the meeting concludes unless there's anything else you'd like to ask. People kind of come and shake your hands. You know, there's short conversations about how you are, you know, how it's so cool that
You
you're
are
the storm
adventurer.
hunters. Yeah, exactly. Like it's cool that they've met the storm hunters. They're gonna tell other
Don't
people
mention
about it. You know, they ask like basic questions like, "Oh my gosh, how'd you stop the storm?" And you kind of have to say it like 3 times because people keep
Kill
asking.
that guy.
But like, yeah,
Oh,
I'll
we
say
go
that.
Dare.
I'll say
Dare.
there is time to ask the old dude. You learn his name is Philly.
Now, you need to know how you spell that,
Hey.
dude.
Filli.
Okay.
Billy and Felix.
Philly.
Hey, Philly.
Felix.
Philly, come over here.
Huh. Yeah. He kind of hobbles over. When he stands up, he's certainly bent over.
Okay, I want to skip any pretext of him being confused, so I'm going to gaslight him a little bit. I'm going to say, okay, can you tell, we were really interested, we just didn't have time in the meeting, can you tell us more about those colored crystals you were talking about in the meeting? Like, whatever you know about them?
Crazy.
Looks back and forth. You mean the gems?
Yeah,
What do you mean it worked?
the gems.
I
I'm a little surprised it worked.
don't.
Yeah, the
I don't.
gems.
Do you have any?
Yeah.
Are you
What do you
selling
mean?
them,
I'm a
or do you
storm
want to
hunter, dude.
share?
Oh, don't be like this. Come on.
We're not sellers.
Come on. Dude,
No.
I thought you were cool, Philly.
Hey, it's
Well,
okay.
so are we just doing it together? Is that what you're saying? What are we?
What are you talking about?
What are
we
you
don't.
talking
You're
about?
just reading this.
Hold on. I think I know what's happening.
What are you talking about?
If you
No.
can't just bring up gems and then just don't.
Okay, no, yes, we can.
Whatever
2.
I want.
We need to know more about them. There's more to them than their popular use. All right.
He's kind of just
You're
looking
really
at
old.
you.
Is any of this getting through to you, man? Anything at all?
I mean,
I hate to be disrespectful. Okay.
all I know is I eat them and I feel younger.
Oh.
What color are they?
What color?
He looks around and makes sure nobody's doing. They're nice and bright pink.
I told you, Felix, we should have gone and beat up that guy on the way here. I told you that would have made things a lot easier.
No. We definitely should have beaten him up later. Now we know about it. We're not going to talk about this in front of Toy.
This is sad, man. You're like addicted. You need to chill the fuck out. dude.
He kind of burrows bright about as he says,
Sorry.
I've had it like twice. What do you think? I'm addicted?
Oh.
This is like a
What-
new thing. You're coming out.
You're acting crazy.
You're crazy, and he
You know
just
what?
turns around and
Sorry.
just walks out.
Wait, I have one more
So
question.
he's walking away. He's
Tell,
walking
tell
away.
him, tell him you
He's
ran
walking
over
away.
your son in the driveway. Tell him you ran over your son in the driveway while taking those crystals.
Wait, I have one more
He's just-
question, and then I'm gonna.
You have to
Um,
stop him. He's determined to waddle away.
You gotta know when to let it go, Vita.
I'm just gonna use my cantrip warp step and then easily
Oh
keep up with him
my
wherever he
God.
goes. Okay, I
Yeah,
got
I
one
mean,
more
you-
question, man.
Yeah, he's still walking,
Yeah.
but you could definitely ask him.
Okay, did you pick your name or something? Because when she asked me about where I got my name from the jump, I was just confused. I don't want to seem like an idiot. I need to be more prepared for that question in the future. Are you Philly? Did you pick Philly? Are you from Philly?
Canonical.
Philadelphia.
He
Larry
says-
David and Philly in like 3 weeks. Okay.
Man, I hate this new development. I hate real Sumia.
It's crazy.
Sorry.
He says, well, yeah, I chose my name. I got it over, a couple, like 100 days. I was doing odd jobs, and I worked in a quarry for a little bit, and my job was to fill things in. So people started calling me Philly, and it just kind of stuck. But no, I didn't use my previous name. I didn't. When I was brought back by those priests, they wanted to call me what my old name was. I don't even remember it. I'm not that person anymore. I don't remember being that person, but I'm Philly now.
So they all don't remember their past lives, but they all remember being in the barrier forever, right? Fully, and coming back.
Well, there's he kind of turns and looks at you and he says, well, there's like bits and pieces that I remember about my past life, but it's like, well, I guess you get it as well, but that you were whatever you said your name was, you remember
Okay.
that, and you remember that time, and you get like dreams about it every once in a while. Like, it's the
I'm
same
just
with
gonna
me.
cut this guy off, and I'm just gonna walk back to Felix. I've just gotten my answer, so I'm gonna stop keeping up with this guy.
Oh wait, I wasn't. Oh my god.
He shakes his head. He
Unless
says,
you
"No,
were
I
jogging
wasn't
behind us.
youngins."
I was not at all.
All right, I'll come back, Felix. Okay. Well, don't know how useful that was, but now we know we should go shake down that pink guy.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go get the others and go beat that guy up.
Yeah.
Okay. And just checking, someone gave you your name, right?
My parents, yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean this to be
Apparently-
rude. This is a genuine, this is a
apparently.
real question I'm going to ask you. Do you know what happens after a child is born? Like, what do parents normally do? Vita, can you tell me?
I only know from what we've talked about over the course of our
All right,
journey.
so okay, cool. Yeah, and most of the time, parents choose the names of their children
Okay.
shortly after they are born.
I just don't know why mine had numbers in
What?
it. Well, when I
Most-
woke up, Sulon gave me my name. It was like the first thing I heard in my head.
So,
It was so confusing.
so maybe, who am I kidding? Numbers are not really included in a name. They're made up of
Well, I learned
letters.
that quickly, and that's why I pivoted. But
So what numbers did you have in your name?
I was 37.
37th era, right? That's the era we're in, right?
That is
You
the
said-
37th
okay, I'm sorry.
era.
I'm spoiling. Shut up.
No.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Felix would know that intuitively.
Yeah, I
Yes,
feel like,
you all know.
oh my god. And she said Vita 37.
No, it was like VR 37th of I don't know. It was so confusing. It was the first thing I ever heard, and then I was like, okay, that's my name.
Hold on, sorry, I'm laughing. Oh my god, I love Vita so much. Oh my god. Okay.
Things to think about.
Vita, put a pin
I'm
in
gonna
that.
go see the other two.
Keep that in mind. All right, just to the side. All right, we're gonna bring that back up. I can tell.
Okay.
All right, let's go get the others and go beat that guy up.
All right.
And we will flash over to, let's do John real quick. You're visiting the funnel.
Yep.
Then what you begin to walk towards where the funnel is located based off maps and everything. And as you are getting within the inner and outer rings, when you are getting within the inner and the outer rings, the buildings start to get much taller, much more intricate at the bottom layers, whereas at the top layers they are much more just stone shapes, just like, rectangles. Maybe a little bit of flair, but the bottom seem to be much older. It is evident that these bases and kind of where you're walking have been much older than the previous ones. But you begin to walk towards the funnel building, and it is a tall structure. And it kind of, all the other stone buildings are kind of interwoven between each other. There's not really a lot of alleys or clear spaces, but the funnel is very much its own building that kind of has space all around it. And it is probably a good 300 feet tall. But it is just a cylinder. From the outside, you are not able to see. There's no intricacies at all. It literally looks like a just pure stone cylinder from the outside. But you do see there are entrances on the lower level. And yeah, you are able to enter. What's the first thing you would want to do? Just enter? Is there anyone you want to talk to right away? I can say the...
Yeah, I'll enter, but remind me, when is the actual, Funnel Mania event?
Funnel Mania is in
2 days. 2 days. 2 days.
Yes,
okay,
it is in
gotcha.
2 days from today. So it's on the...
I'm going to walk in.
Yep.
I want to check if there's, a booth to register. And then I also want to see if there's any fights going on right now.
Sure.
Or, a gym where people are training or, sparring or stuff.
Yes. So this is... as soon as you enter, you see that you are kind of in this lobby, and kind of strewn around the lobby there are these small little glass cases that appear to have, you see in one case very evidently a belt, a championship belt that you recognize heavily from your dreams, oddly enough. You see around, but there also are some... There's a sword in one of them. There's this leather helmet in another. It seems to be there's a little glass case. It's like this little mini museum in this lobby. Just places to look at, little plaques around. But you see primarily also on the left side, there is, against the whole wall, there is a huge list of what looks to be names. Just kind of etched into the stone, and it looks like it's going about 2/3 over the wall. And then on the right side, there's a big wooden panel that appears to have a whole bunch of names that are listed out on these wooden plaques, and with numbers next to them. It looks like a ranking leaderboard of some kind. And you see at the front, there is the front desk, which has this... rat folk man who is currently not talking to anybody but is shuffling through some papers. This seems to be very evident at the front desk. It's pretty empty right now. There's a couple people milling around, but it seems like it is decently dead right now for midday.
First off, who is at the top of the leaderboard?
You see
Where the fuck is this gonna be?
at the top of the leaderboard, what am I saying? What is point? What you
Dumbass
notice,
alert! Dumbass alert!
What
Okay.
you notice is what I'm trying to say is the first two names.
Don't fucking say it. Don't fucking say his name.
This is a leaderboard for the most funnel match wins. Kind of a ranking, and you can see with 630 wins on the
Holy shit,
top,
bro.
you see Batalda is just all the name is there, and then
Spell that out in chat.
Batalda. You see Batalda, and you see beneath a name that you recognize. You see the Shock, who has 611 wins, and there are names going down, but it is pretty evident that like third place has like 530 wins. It seems like the Shock is very definitively second place, and seems to be moving in on first place. And I'll say, since you're just looking out for the Shock, I'll just say, just based off your passive perception, you do notice that on the left side is etched in. It is all of the winners of Funnel Mania, which, as you've read about, is an event that's held every 400 days, which of course you know is happening in 2 days. And Funnel Mania, it is the winners of Funnel Mania, and the last 4 are etched the Shock.
How many are Batalda?
Batalda, I'll say if you're looking for Batalda, it is a good like 30 names back. It seems like there's a streak of like
30 years.
You know, I'll say in total you see that there are 7 Batalda wins, but the Shock is recent and only has the 4, but has won the last 4. So just even from just you looking at the boards, you can see that Batalda, with these most funnel match wins, seems to probably not be around, or if they are, not going to be as strong as the Shock.
Where on the list, and this is the last thing I'm going to ask about before I go up to the rat folk, is the professor's name anywhere?
Imagine.
You give me a perception check.
The professor uses their real name for this event.
Very good perception check. You look and look for the professor, and you're very confident that you just don't see his name. There's a lot of names here, but the professor, at least the professor, is not listed here.
Damn. I'm going to send him a message later on inviting him to Funnel Mania.
Okay.
Get off that stupid leaf and show me what you can do on the ground like a man.
So you are going to the rat folk?
Yeah, hang on a second. Yeah, I am.
How can I help you?
Yeah, hey, my name's John. Can I sign up for Funnel Mania?
Of course you could sign up for Funnel Mania. Have you ever done this before?
No.
Well, if you
I have fought in 08.
Oh, you're a fighter. Well, Funnel Mania is one of the best fights you can get in. If you want to practice it all, I mean, Funnel Mania, as the name describes, is basically like our normal funnel matches, just with no person limit, and it's winner takes all. But if you want to kind of get your test in, you could definitely try the funnel matches. I think there's still some openings tonight. Most of the funnel matches before Funnel Mania are typically more open, so you could register for one of those as well if you wanted to try it out. But
yeah, I'll register for one tonight. When is it though? Because I have something planned tonight.
Always begins at sunset.
Okay, so I have to beat this guy up and then get back to it. And then...
He takes out a little one of those tiny little notebooks.
I take out my notebook and I write down my planner. Okay. All right, sunset tonight. Yeah, I can be here.
Okay, well, you go and sign up with Mr. Lashates over there.
Lashatesh? All right, thanks. What's your name?
I'm Peckweb. Nice to meet you. And he kind of puts out his hand.
Got my hand. Hey, Peckweb.
And he gestures over, and there's another booth that's kind of like down the hallway, and you'll notice that like this lobby, you've entered the back of it, and there's hallways that now go, and it looks like it circles around because this is a cylindrical building. So it's like this circular hallway that goes on further, and you can see down the right hallway there is a booth with this what basically Okay, the inspiration for this person,
Oh,
this
boy.
character, is the like slug-like monster from Monsters Inc.
Roz. Yeah.
Roz, yeah, exactly. It's very much like her. So it's basically this slug creature that has a face. Like, picture Roz in your head, and that is who Mrs.
Okay,
Lashatess
Larry
is.
David, Philadelphia, and Roz. My immersion is going off, King.
Mm-hmm. Roz fits a lot better.
Yeah. Make her Zor. Just make her name like Czar or something like that.
Mm-hmm. There we go. You don't know her first name.
I don't.
Do you go over to Mrs. Lashatess?
No.
Okay.
Okay. That ends it. No, I go over.
Okay. She looks up and she says, "Do you want to register?"
Yep. My name's John.
Nice to meet you, John. She kind of gets a clipboard from the side, and it seems like she's been doing this like her whole life, and so she kind of gets this piece of paper that seems to already, like, it looks like a form. It's already been kind of copied a lot to have all of the stuff on it. And she says, "John, what do you want to register for?"
Funnel Mania. And then also the funnel match tonight.
She kind of looks to her right at like a list, and she says, "Yeah, there's still openings. That'll be, let me see. I forgot. I put the price in a second. Sorry, this is taking a while.
8,000 gold.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, where the fuck is it? Okay. That'll be 10 gold, 5 gold for Funnel Mania, and 5 gold for attending. Now, I will say, if you want to get your selection of your starting room, that'll be an additional gold. Do you want that?
What's the benefit of selecting my own starting room?
The center rooms are more narrow, so if you're more ranged, it typically helps there, but the ending rooms are a little bit wider, more space, so it depends on your fighting style.
I'll do the ones with more space.
All right. Well, that'll be an extra gold. Do you want that for Funnel Mania as well?
No, I'll just do it for tonight.
All right. Well, that'll be 11 gold.
Okay.
You hand over 11 gold.
I hand over 11 gold, yep.
You have a last name?
Nah, it's just John.
What's your height?
6 feet tall.
Weight?
190. Well, this actually sounds a lot like me. 210.
210.
Yeah.
She's just kind of writing all this down. She says, "Sex."
Yes. Yeah, I don't say that. I go, guy. I'm a guy.
Any fun fact about yourself?
No, I can't think of anything. No.
That's okay. That's normal.
I caught a 40-pound boar with my bare hands. I caught 2 of them.
That's a good one. And don't worry, all this information is just for the bookies.
Okay.
Sorry, the bookies being like, I want something funny to know about these guys. Is like they're not gonna share it with any customers.
The boy guy.
That's so good.
She says, "Are you fighting for any faction?"
No. Well, actually, yes. I'm fighting for the Stormbreakers.
Storm Hunters?
Nope.
Storm Hunters. Storm Chasers.
No, you should have let him get it wrong. You should have let him get it wrong.
I'm fighting for the Storm Hunters.
She kind of looks at you and she says, "Well, that's not a predefined faction, but I can still write it down. If you want to sign up for a pre-designed, well, holy shit, a pre-designated." That's what I'm trying to say.
Get his ass! Get his ass! That guy who's playing this game for you.
I imagine Roz was doing that. John starts doing that.
Pre-designated faction. You get it's half off for the entry fee if you sign up now.
It's fine. I don't really care about money.
Okay. She says, you said storm breakers?
Hunters.
Storm hunters. All right, sorry. That
Yeah.
was my mistake.
Something. Yeah, that was my mistake too.
She fills it out and she says, she kind of like tears off the bottom piece, which has like some of the information. She says, show up at least an hour before sunset so you can get in your position. You will be having room 123, and if you show up, make sure you're ready. Once again, the rules are there are no rules. You can use however
Okay.
you want to fight. Just
So
don't.
people bring like guns and stuff into this ring.
That's a
She
good
says,
question.
She says, we do have priests on site. One second. I have all these. I've listed out so many rules for the funnel, so it's a lot to go through. Where are the rules? Okay, here it is. She says, well, we do have priests on site, clerics and referees in order to revive people, so you can really do whatever kinds of fighting you want. But because of that, you just can't leave the ring, and you can't harm anyone that's not in the ring, so no audience members.
Okay.
Now, of course, some audience members likes to get rowdy and then go into the ring. That's too bad for them, but they'll still be treated by the clerics or the referees.
Okay. Good to know. Is that everything?
He says, I guess for Funnel Mania, how would you rate yourself on a fighting level 1 to 10?
Like an 8 at
Okay.
least.
Then you will be put in with the group of the other people that think they fight it at an 8.
That could mean anything. I know one guy who probably thinks he's a 10, and I just don't think he's at that level yet.
Well, then you'll beat them up very quickly.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, well, same thing applies for Funnel Mania. That ticket will get you in.
Okay, thanks.
And she kind of nods her
I'm
head.
so invested.
You have signed up for the funnel match tonight.
So I have a question about that ranking system you just told me. What would I rate myself?
Yeah,
If I'm going in with the 8s, then when do the 10s and 9s come in?
the 10s show up later.
Okay, that feels kind of unfair. They're not going to be tired out yet. I'm going to say 10.
Okay. She kind of changes something and hands you a new slip of paper.
All right. Thanks.
She says, I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight. Thank you. Have a good day.
She does not respond.
Okay. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just imagining the shock probably says he's a 10. And I think that's bullshit that he gets to come out after everyone else is like, been fighting for so long. It's been so long. And then he just stomps on somebody that's already tuckered out. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
We should kill this guy.
I'm gonna go for him, man. I'm gonna have to I'll work my way up the ladder, and if I can get to him, then that's how it should be. But
There you go.
I want to take one like little quick, I don't know, lap of the place, see what's what, see if there's anything crazy that stands out to me.
Yep, sure.
Kind of looking for like, I might stop and ask someone, like, hey man, like, how's the shot guy? Like, what's his gimmick?
Sure. I'll say that just initially as you're walking around, you do see some signs for there's like lounge areas, but for certain factions. So you see factions, one's called the Gex, there's the Faux Nerves, the Clenchers, there's the Flowers, which door is just painted super pink. And there are some other factions, but as you are, walking along, at one point you do see a hallway that just leads straight towards the center, and you can see the center of the ring. There doesn't appear to be anybody there.
Oh, okay.
Because you have yet to see what the funnel looks like.
want to go in there.
Okay. I'll say that what you initially see as you walk in is you see there's a whole ton of bleachers around. And then there is kind of just this 10-foot hole in the ground that's about 30 feet wide. You just see dirt above. But what more is interesting is as you look up, you can see that there are these large, like, wooden subdivisions. So, for instance, you look up and you can see just it expands out like a funnel to larger and wider kind of areas. And you can see that on the area above you, there's this huge kind of wooden wall that's just a beam across the entire thing. But there is no floor currently. But what you can see kind of just patched work throughout at the upper levels is some of these little rooms do appear to have a floor, but some of them don't. So you're kind of looking up and you're just seeing these patchwork on various levels that get wider and wider, and there's more and more subdivisions. So just like how, what was his name? Not Johnny, Jackie. How I was describing it. You know, you can see all the way at the top level, there's a whole bunch of little subdivisions with some of them having floors, but you can imagine during the match they will have floors. And you can break down onto lower and lower levels with less and less subdivisions. And it's just the last person standing. So you can see above, and it looks like there are kind of stairs leading up to the higher levels if you wanted to. But looking up all the way at the top floor, it looks like there are a lot of these small subdivision rooms. Like, a lot. Probably like over 100. You're not entirely sure. But looking at how it kind of keeps appearing to multiply by 2 every time in terms of the number of rooms, with the bottom one being no subdivisions, or just like one room, you can guesstimate that it's 128 rooms on the top level. And so you are in room 123.
Okay. I'll leave it at that. I don't need to see anything else, and we only have 30 minutes left, so I want to give other people a chance.
Dude, we gotta beat up this pink guy.
We gotta do that. And quick question, DM, what's in your brain? What's the difference between an 8 and a 10 on this scale? Not for like John's reference, but just I'm curious. Like, what would be like the distinction?
It is all strategy in terms of where you think you'd place. And I'll say, with this question you asked earlier about the shock, if you ask someone about it, they'll say, like, oh, the shock? I mean, he's always in room 32. That's his thing. It's his lucky number for normal matches. He'll probably be there for Funnelmania, but at least I don't know if he'll do it this year. But last year for Funnelmania, it was fucking crazy. He started out at level 1, and so he just fought everybody, and he went through the whole thing. And,
dude, I want to do that too, but yeah.
And so it's just strategy, or that's what he says about the shock. So it seems like the shock maybe this year will do the whole thing, and it's more about, like, yeah, sure, if you start at the beginning, you're going to be more tired, but you're also warmed up, and you're going to be probably on a lower level. And so there's strategy to it. If you come in at the end, you certainly have less people to go through, but it's also going to, you're going to be just fresh coming into a fight, whereas all these other people have been fighting. So there's different levels to it. Most people, I'd say, you would get from the vibe of it is that most people start in the middle somewhere, just because that's how they personally rate themselves.
I'm going to reflect on that. And I'm thinking about Vita, because he also wants to do this, and I'm worried about him.
Don't worry about me.
But also, I was thinking it would be kind of funny to start at 1 and just like slam people and then get all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a good challenge. So I'm going to go back to Roz, and I want to change it. Just be like,
okay.
I'm just going to go up to him and be like, hey, I got in there, and I looked at one of these guys, and I thought, I heard something about the shock that makes me change my mind on how I want to place like my entrance. I want to start at 1.
She kind of looks at you. She says, All right. Well, I think you should just stick with one, and don't change it around too much. But if you're serious about the one, then we can do that. She kind of writes you a new slip and gives you a new one.
Okay.
All
Gonna run the gauntlet
Oh yeah,
the only way.
sounds good. Then you leave the funnel. Turlon, what are you doing?
Great question. I would have thought about it more, but as soon as he joined the Vita show earlier, I definitely want to get in on that newspaper action. Would like to know what newspaper articles I can find.
Then give me that perception check.
Yes. Can, will. Ah, where am I? I'm so small. Oh my god. What? Was that me rolling? What? I just heard a bunch of dice rolling sounds. Am I going crazy?
This guy's going crazy.
That's all you.
Okay.
Sorry, Chief, it's all you, my friend.
That was weird. I double clicked on my character to open my sheet, and instead of it opening, I heard like 10 Foundry dice roll sounds at once.
Don't worry about that.
Sick.
Oh, don't worry about that.
Don't worry about
Don't
what the
worry
machine
about
does.
that. I got a 22 for Seppi.
I'll say that you're going around, trying to find any information you can about the Wetot Empire, anybody else from there, any current dealings there. And I'll say that you are traveling down the boardwalk a little bit south of where you all were with the carnival, and you happen to see a kind of a shop that stands out to you because in just big letters it says the Wetot Empire, and in small letters experience underneath it. And
Jesus.
you go in just because you've got to see what the fuck this is all
You're
about.
damn right I go in. Actually, before I go in,
Sure.
wow, what to think about this. I am going to just I go to walk it because I see it and I'm like, okay, I gotta check that out, and then I stop to myself and I think, am I being properly suspicious about this? I take a step back and just assess the surroundings, the immediate surroundings. I'm looking for big burly men watching me, or just
That's what Turlon
other
likes.
Same, dude.
looking for big burly men, cut it off there. I'm looking for people watching me, maybe people see if I can get a glimpse of the inside. I don't know, there's something. Maybe I'm inventing this as a character, but there's something deeply unsettling to me about that just kind of sets in immediately, thinking about how I ran from this place to get away from the Wetot Empire.
Give me a thievery check.
I'd love to. 28.
Almost a natural 20. I will say that you kind of scope around the place, you take your time, you go around, and probably the most suspicious thing, it seems like this place is only really popping later in the day, and it's midday right now, so it's just chilled out. There's not a lot of people on the boardwalk anyway, so there's not a lot of people around, and even if there were, you would definitely see them. So you feel pretty confident about the fact that there's no one around. You do notice in the back that there's kind of a dumpster area, and there are a whole bunch of props, just various things that have been thrown away, kind of these old signs, for instance, one of them, mentioning, a different city in the Wetot Empire, and, an arrow sign as if it was pointing that way, and just various knickknacks like that. The one that catches your eyes is one of them has the 10 cut symbol, almost as a decorative element.
So funny.
Almost as a decorative element underneath it.
So
It's
fucked up.
it says Let me pull something just so it's like connected to something. Good music too.
Is this like a Japanese person saying something? It's like the Yakuza, and they're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll say that
It's like a touring show about American culture in Japan, and it's got like Mafia-kun on it or something. It's a decoration.
you see
Gangster-kun.
you see it's like the Alay Temple is what it says, kind of in big letters, and on the top and the bottom there is the line with the 10 cuts across it on the top and the bottom. Like, it stands out to you. And I'll say, while it does seem a little bit, like, oh, it's just decoration, for instance, on the letter that Felix found within Mary Prolotot's room, office, that kind of was her level, or what was it? It was like her certificate of her place within Aqualung.
It was like
Yeah.
It was like an award because it was like honorary something, or she
yes, it was honorary. It was like that symbol was underneath it, so it's not unfounded for these kind of covert signs of what looks like just a simple like decoration to be around. So it raises the hair, on the back of your neck.
Yeah, I'd say I'm looking through this stuff and I get to that, and I just kind of like I'm like leaning over the dumpster trying to look casual, and like I just like immediately kind of raise my eyes, take a sharp breath in, and I like just hold my arm where the 10 cut marks are. And I take maybe in character, I step out to the side of the road and take maybe a minute. Just collecting myself.
Ponder.
And then I walk in.
Okay. Unfortunately, this place, upon walking in, is completely empty currently. But it is very much a tour of the Wet Tot Empire. You can see on the ground beneath is just a huge map of the Wet Tot Empire Island, a whole bunch of like what are the names? Cities. God, I forgot that fucking word. Like the cities and the towns across in big letters, almost like a little bit too readable. Almost as if it's like made for children. Like, it's not like this nice, well-made map. It's almost like a rug. And you see just all the way around there. So you see across the walls a lot of these very similar props, like almost like the Hard Rock Cafe or like Cracker Barrel, just across the wall, just like things that are like antiques but are very much almost a certain vibe, and it's just calling out these things that you kind of recognize from the Wet Tot Empire, like various landmarks, like an arrow this way, and just like these kind of pictures and these paintings of various structures that you've seen around, especially in Ice, the capital. And there is kind of this counter around that has a glass top to it, and you see that there are a bunch of knickknacks all around, but as soon as you enter, you see this super like laid-back teenager man just sitting on the back of the counter, kind of just like reading a book, and he looks up at you and he kind of sits up very quickly and he says, welcome to the Wet Tot Empire experience. Have you ever been here before?
No, I have not.
Oh,
What's the purpose of this?
Oh, it's a little piece of Wet Tot Empire outside of the Wet Tot Empire. We like to educate people about the Empire and all
Are you from the
its
Empire?
culture.
I cut him off.
I am not, but the owner is, and
Doing this to a teenager.
he's told me all about it, and I know all the facts about everything here, but he's a little bit better than me, but I've been watching him for a while now.
I don't know what to say. I look at this kid.
He's like
Right.
forcefully smiling.
Where's the owner?
Burger pants.
Oh, he normally comes in for the evening shifts. There's more people here, so it's just me here now. But I'm telling you, my tour is just as good, and I'm sure that I could impress you with all my knowledge about the Wetot Empire.
I shake my head. I say, no, that's all right. I'll just look on my own. You said he'd be in this evening.
He says, yeah, and he doesn't have a watch. He's like, probably around 3 o'clock is when he comes, but sometimes he's late, and like 4 or 5. But he's here. We're open pretty late. You know, he kind of just sighs to himself
That's
after
weird.
saying that.
Got it. Is this a touring exhibit or you stay put here?
Oh, we stay here, not touring. We kind of got this spot, and to be honest with you, the owner is worried if we move, we're gonna lose this spot because it's pretty prime. And he like points out, and you can see that there's like 3, even at this time of day, pretty popular restaurants that are across the boardwalk.
You get a lot of visitors here?
Yeah, a little bit. Not during this time. It's more during the owner's time, but every time I've come to visit him, there hasn't been a lot of people. So, I mean, we make do.
Can I see any 10 Cuts references in the exhibits?
Give me a perception check.
I'd love to, Mr. GM.
Kevin, the whole existence of this place is a Ten Cuts reference.
25.
It's on a decent amount of signs. Like, very similarly, on the top and the bottom, you see that symbol, like, at least twice on each wall.
This is a mob front pizza store. This is what that is. You walk in, there's no one at the counter, and then after like 30 seconds after the bell dings, some like weird guy comes up and is like, what do you want?
I'll
You
do
order a
it.
pizza, and then he's like, yeah, I'll get that for you, and then they don't ask you to pay.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I don't like this.
I kind of like linger, just staring from like sign to sign. I mean, do they look intentionally put, or could like a passerby with a layman, if you will, could think they're like nicks on the signs and stuff, like or
It's
like
very
tallies.
It's very purposely painted on. It is not like carved in. It is painted onto the wood. It's certainly, I'll say, just based off your perception check and just your passive thievery, it is a lot. There's a lot of them. So it's almost as if it's just decoration, and maybe
What's with the lines all over the signs?
he looks at you and he says, "What
You're gonna
lines?"
get this kid killed. You're gonna get this kid killed.
Just all the signs they have these vertical hatch marks painted on.
Oh,
Is that the thing in the Wetot Empire?
that
like mean
is
anything?
a great question. I don't know. But the owner makes these signs and makes all these props. So you could ask him. Maybe this is like a good a design pattern or something from the Wetot Empire. And he kind of nods to himself, like he had that information.
No,
This is
no,
bad.
no, it is, yeah. Right. Well, I'll be back. It was nice meeting you. What was your name?
My name is Brassa.
Well, Brass, I hope to see you later. And
What?
your leader, what's his name? Your
Leader.
And then Turlon pauses. Boss, your boss. What's his name?
Oh, that's Mr. Vesto.
See,
I've never heard a more
Have I-
trustworthy businessman.
have I heard of that
before.
name?
Westo.
Have I heard of that name?
Good question. Give me a what would it be? I mean, I guess it could be thievery, or just
Realm of Sumia lore.
but it's not realm of Sumia. It's like specific. Yeah, give me a thievery. I think for specifically 10 cut stuff. I think that makes sense.
32.
You, the name does not ring a bell, but I'm trying to put this a certain way.
Good.
The name does not ring a bell, but
That's what we
for
want to
some
hear.
reason, just all the signs, no pun intended, all the signs are pointing to a very odd vibe, and something just tickles the back of your brain in terms of that is kind of like the code words that you would say or that you would have whenever you went on missions. Like, you would obviously never use your real names, so you would come up with Mr. and Mrs., or just various titles, like,
On something like that.
and while Vesta could absolutely be a real name, I don't know, something tickles in the back of your brain. You've never heard it specifically, but it sounds exactly like something that would be conjured up. Again, just more suspicion.
Well, it was nice to meet you. And I smile at him. And I turn around, smile drop instantly as soon as I turn around, and I shuffle out quickly.
Be sure to come back.
No response.
We've got a good gift shop.
I go to meet back with the group.
All right. Then, does anybody else want to do anything before 3:30, or is everyone meeting back at Silby's at 3:30? Is that the plan?
Fine,
We're
Ted.
gonna meet.
And
Yeah, we're gonna meet. We're gonna do the school stuff, and then we're gonna beat that guy up. That's right.
We will get to that, yes.
Also,
Well,
I
we
do
have
have
to
to
beat
ask.
that fuck
I have to ask. Turlon's accent. That is a heavy accent that bleeds through in their speech. Where's it from? Would this be described as a Watat accent? The way that you'd be like, oh, that's a French accent.
I would say that it is all across Sumia. How I've always envisioned accents is it's very just disparate, but because of how the Wetot Empire is kind of isolated, anyone you've ever met from the Wetot Empire has like a little bit of an accent. Like, the way I describe it is like a Slavic accent, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
they're all distinctly different, but there's kind of this unifying accent behind it, and just how
Okay.
certain words are said. So I would say it's
I
not
get what you mean,
definitive.
yeah.
You've met people with that accent who weren't from the Wetot Empire, but in general, there's a correlation.
I got you.
But for
Just
the rest of Sumia, not as much.
Yikes. The
I
kid
was-
don't know shit. He's not
I
from
was
around
thinking,
here.
when Turlon's like, do they do this in the Watat Empire? I immediately got like an image of like a very obviously French man walks in to like, I don't know, a winery. It's like, does they make wine in France?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, okay,
I've
man.
never been there.
Really from here.
Yeah.
Very
Oh no,
little.
I've never heard of a baguette. I don't know what that is.
It's called champagne. It's very interesting.
Oh, snails with sauce. That's disgusting. Yeah.
Sorry, that. Alright.
LOL.
Funny, man.
And I will say we can end the
That
session
fucking
there,
kid's gonna die.
and we will pick back up with you all meeting in front of Sylvie's, maybe talking a little bit,
Let's
and then
go.
trying to deliver this package again. Or maybe you'll try a different thing, who knows? But you will attempt again to go into the school.
I super do not fuck with the Ted Cuds mob front. I don't love that
It's
at all.
so fucking funny.
To me, it's creepy. It's creepy.
I mean, yeah, no, it's weird, but like in real life, funny as fuck.
But yes.